The back end flagged an intraday drop of more than 4% on the NASDAQ today. It clawed back to close down just 1.12%, but the bearish signals didn't move. We finish on SignalFinder Pro's top-ranked ETF and stock from today's best of best. NASDAQ hit a session low of down more than 4% before recovering to close down 1.12%, that's 329 points. SPX closed down 0.25%, forming a bottoming tail, while QQQ shed $3.4 billion in flows. VIX spiked above 23 intraday before closing back under 20. That recovery looks okay if you're watching the surface, but bearish signals on both indexes are still intact. The 30-year Treasury yield is sitting at 5.01%, holding near the highest readings on the system's dashboard this cycle. TLT broke below $84 support as yield spiked. And here's a number that stands out. U.S. net interest expense is now 20% of total tax revenues, the highest since the 1990s, on track to hit 29% by 2035. DXY is holding near 100, U.S. 10 years above the 4.5% marker. And with Wednesday's CPI on deck, the macro read is clearly bearish. XLE led every sector last week. Geopolitical risk premium was the driver. Oil surged above $109 a barrel, posting a new year-to-date high for USO, before giving ground as ceasefire signals hit the tape. But crude is up roughly 80% year-to-date, and Chinese imports are at 8-year lows. So the demand side and the geopolitical story don't line up here. The system's read on energy is mixed. Gold broke its 200-day moving average. Higher for longer rate pressure is the mechanism. Silver's running into $71.28 resistance, and the gold ratio ticking higher is reading as risk-off rotation, not a clean leadership bid for the sector. The system's read on metals: bearish. Asia-Pacific is the one bright spot the scan surfaced today. EEM posted a 1.80% gain, and EWT ran 2.40%. AI dip buying and some confirmation of Middle East de-escalation are supporting the tone in international equities. It's the one pocket of the market right now where the data actually looks constructive. Crypto staged a geopolitical relief bounce, but the backend's read on Bitcoin hasn't changed. All trend indicators, oscillators, and momentum bars are bearish. It's already been rejected at the 80,000 to 84,000 resistance zone, failed to reclaim 98,900, and it's down roughly 53% from the top after taking out the $60,000 level. Wednesday's CPI is the next data point the scan is watching. SignalFinder Pro's best of best filtered today down to 64 symbols from the full market. These are the names that cleared every ranking layer in the system. The readout narrows the full market map to the highest conviction setups right now. Today's #1 ETF and #1 stock are coming up. The sector ranking board has XLK at #1, even though it's down 1.85% on the day. That's the system surfacing relative strength, not chasing daily green. XLRE is the outlier here, up 2.13% and reading as leading. XLE slots in at #3, down 1.59%. The system's #1 ETF today is SOXX, the iShares Semiconductor ETF, ranked first out of 64 in the best of best scan. It closed at $562.14, down 1.63% on the session. Even on a red session for the chips, the ranking engine put it at the top of the list. Applied Materials, AMAT, is the #1 ranked stock in today's best of best. It closed at $499.21, up 1.43%, while the broader market was under significant pressure. That's exactly the kind of divergence the ranking engine is designed to catch. Quick recap. Risk off is the system's overall call today. Macro's bearish with the 30-year at 5.01%. Crypto's in a downtrend. Indexes are mixed after that wild NASDAQ intraday swing. The one bright spot was Asia-Pacific. EEM up 1.80%, EWT up 2.40%. Best of best filtered to 64 symbols. SOXX tops the ETF list. AMAT tops the stock list. Verify both live in SignalFinder Pro. And remember, this is educational, not financial advice. Do your own homework.